Farewell, Lilly. Farewell. The title of this part segment is called Farewell. Because remember in the previous episode, Lilly said she's leaving. So is she really leaving? Damn. Don't leave, Lilly. Please don't let this be the bad ending. Please. Oh my god. As class ends, I simply rest my head on my hand and stare out the window to pass the time. It's been a few days since Lilly told me her plans. I haven't been to our ordinary lunchtime haunt since then. Not that there will be much point. But why? At least treasure your time with her before. Actually, just try to persuade her to stay. Come on. Even though she has made her decision. Hanako's been busy with the newspaper club she's newly joined, and has even begun talking in class with Naomi every now and then. Even Lilly, aside from the fact that a meeting between us would have been awkward in any case, has been run off her feet with class representative duties as the summer holidays approach. And now they're just about here. With the end of today's spell, the summer holidays will have begun. I suppose that all I'll ever end up doing will be visiting my parents for the duration and lazing about my old home, now that my previous plans are entirely askew. Meanwhile, Akira and Lilly will be en route to Scotland to live out the rest of their lives there. No matter how hard I try to rationalize the idea that once the summer holidays begin, my life will return to the way it was, it simply refuses to happen. Everyone's moving on with their lives. Lilly's rejoining her family. Akira's moving up in her father's business. Hanako's gaining new friends and hobbies. And even Yuko's moving ahead with her university aspirations. But me? I'm stuck here. I want Lilly. Let's just move to Scotland. Even if I'm moving forward, in the end, with the grades I've gotten so far in Yamaku, much less after such a rocky beginning, the path to get into teaching science as a career seems straightforward. Is this like the kind of ending where it's like many years later then we meet again? I seriously hope that's not the case. No. Maybe that would be the bad end. Maybe. I suppose I should at least be happy about that much, but it doesn't really seem to help. Hee-chan! I quickly stopped my ruminating and turned to face the bubbly voice beside me, putting on the most upbeat expression I can muster. As expected, Shizune stands flanking her. I have a sneaking suspicion they want something from me. Maybe Shizune also knows about this. Maybe Shizune can give me some advice? Hey Misha, Shizune, what's up?
Well, Shizune and I were thinking, since we're just two poor little girls that need help with all the work we've been given just before the holidays begin.
Not again, don't give me any more work. Sure, I can help. Oh.
But Hee-chan, we really need... What?
I think I broke Misha. Yep. Because it's unlike me to, say no, it's unlike me to agree with them actually. Even Shizune raises an eyebrow at her accomplices, shuddering, stop in her tracks.
So you help us, Hee-chan?
I just said I would, didn't I? It's hardly like I have anything better to do. Maybe helping them with their work will help take my mind off the situation. Misha seems genuinely ecstatic with my response, but Shizune's expression is clouded and difficult to read. I find myself quickly averting my eyes from her own, as it almost looks like a face of pity. No doubt, it must just be my imagination. I don't think so, because I think Shizune knows. This is hardly the first time I've been in the student council room. Indeed, I found myself down here often, either to help Lilly with class rep work, or to sort out one thing after another with the student council itself. Now though, it's quite a different place. Oh, we get a new avatar. Hey, this is actually a very old school laptop, isn't it? Yeah. We don't see this kind of laptops nowadays. Very small, but kind of bulky, but pretty cool tablet. Yeah, I think that's what it's called, right? Tablet. Yeah, mini laptop. Papers and folders are strewn around across every table in the room. Only a solitary little black laptop atop a single desk sticking out from the mess. This is really old school. It looks positively ancient, yeah. And I would guess he has been valiantly serving his task in archiving information for years and years. Would definitely love to have one of these. It's old school. So, what needs doing? This looks like a lot to do. Oh. Shizune's expression becomes determined as she signs. It's a worrying look.
Everything, Hichan.
My worry was well placed. Everything, you say? Like what? Okay.
What's left on the desk is what needs to be done.
So it's a huge stack of books, I guess.
It all needs to be digitally recorded, which is what the laptop is for.
I'm guessing that I'll be the one doing this. Why not the both of you? Don't tell me the both of you are not tech savvy.
She-san says she saw you with the computers in the library a few days ago, and that you seemed really good with them.
Okay, good with computers. I can touch, type, I guess, but it still seems like an overestimation of my skills. I was just typing up homework. Wait, Shizune was watching me do that?
One must know their allies before they can know their enemies, of course.
But I'm not your enemy.
Wow, that's really wise.
For once, it's not very hard to work out who said what. Nonetheless, it doesn't seem worth fighting over. Sitting at a computer doing some typing hardly seems onerous, as far as tasks to help Shizune and Misha go.
Besides, it will help to take your mind off things.
Ah, I see what you mean there. Take my mind off things? Take my mind off what things? Misha's face goes blank as she translates this for Shizune. Dualita's response is only to glance away towards the window after a brief sigh. Misha's face quickly returns to a smile as she translates back. She was confused, I guess, but Shizune is harder to pin down.
I was just thinking you may like to get your mind off the exams, of course.
I don't think that's that. Either way, we may as well get into it sooner rather than later. I'll go along with you.
That's the spirit, Hichan.
Alright. And that's the 5th spreadsheet compiled and saved. Excel. Time for the next month's. After a little bit of fussing around, we all managed to get a bit more organized. Shizune has been gathering up the loose sheets and, thankfully, sorting them into a neat pile next to me. Meanwhile, Misha's been handling the manual writing work, her girly pink pen leaving its unmistakable mark on paper after paper. Once I got myself into a rhythm, this really wasn't so bad. Shizune and Misha also seems to be in the swing of things, wordlessly communicating as they go about their business with fervor. I periodically glance at the sheet beside the laptop, apparently a list of student names and matching addresses, as I dutifully enter the data written on it. I don't pay a lot of attention to what I'm typing in until I reach about midway down the page. Hakamichi, class 33. Her family's home is in Saitama. My idle curiosities ended abruptly as 3 light taps can be heard rapping on the door. Misha quickly skips over to check who it is, tapping Shizune's shoulder on the way past to let her companion know what's happening.
Ah, you're here!
Could that be Lilly? But you'd be strange if Lilly is here. Who is it? With a slight pause to enter Shizune's data into the file along with all the others, I look up to check who's at the door. It really is her. But this is kind of strange, really. Actually, Shizune is here, right? Lilly? After giving a cursory nod to Misha in greeting, she perks her head up in her trademark manner. Is that Hisao? She's pretty darn good at working out my voice from the smallest of phrases nowadays. Yeah, it's me. Hey? The atmosphere feels slightly awkward as she bows. Neither of us knows quite how intimate we should be around each other. given she's leaving in just a matter of hours. This is a fact that, thankfully, neither the oblivious Misha nor the hardworking Shizune pick up on. So, you've got work to do as well? Unfortunately, I arrived as soon as I could, but my class held me up with a surprise farewell party, and I had to get changed. I glanced down at the laptop's clock. It's pretty much the end of lunch time, so I'm guessing Lilly managed to wrangle the last period off as well. I take it Shizune is here as well? That she is, yes.
Of course.
Okay, so looks like they're starting to get along, so maybe their previous quarrel was just, quarreling for the sake of quarreling, but I guess they somehow made up.
And I've been here during all of lunchtime, so...
That last comment was really not needed. Shizune is baiting Lilly into another argument, I can feel it. Yeah, they're just arguing for the sake of arguing to, further deepen their friendship. It just works in a weird way, Yeah, like rivals. I'm sorry I can't be as hardworking as you, Shizune. I'll endeavor to hire more lackeys to do my work in future, I assure you. And Lilly just took the bait, escalating things further. Oh well.
But aren't you the one always outsourcing work to your classmates?
The difference is that they choose to help, unlike your tyrannical grip on your own class.
Tyranny works. Even if we did things differently, we still got the same results, right?
This is school, not a police state. You have to remind me when you were appointed class monarch, I'm afraid.
We have to seize power. It's not as cool if it's just handed to you. But I guess you wouldn't really understand that, right? Huh? You also have to remind me when monarchs are elected to their positions.
Lilly positively bristled at this. Shizune's 2-hit combo forces her onto defense. Yet for all your vaunted power, you cannot get one person to help you without forcing him.
But he's a volunteer. He's such a hard worker. He's doing this instead of meaningless socialization, right?
Socialization isn't meaningless, Misha, and Shizune for that matter. Is that so, Hisao? This is bad. I've really ended up between a rock and a hard place. But you love Lilly, right? So obviously you should say something to support Lilly. Come on, Hisao. As much as it may pain me to do this, the truth has at least a chance of stopping this argument here now. It's okay, Lilly. They didn't harass me to come or anything. Lilly gives me a disapproving grimace, silently radiating her strong feelings of displeasure in my general direction. She can be quite scary when she wants to be, though thankfully that isn't often. Yeah, like that time where she fell down and then she said damn it, so angry. Yeah, that was scary.
Hee-chan, you make this sound like it's a regular occurrence.
It isn't. In the end, it doesn't matter so long as everything's getting done at a good pace. Let's just get this work over with so we can go home. Shizune snorts derisively and gets back to marking off the sheet in front of her, while Lilly sighs and finds her way along the room with her hand following the filing cabinets lined along the wall. And I guess this is a good thing. So now the trio, the student council trio, is back together. Yeah, sort of. For the last time, for nostalgia's sake. This will mark the only time I've managed to successfully defuse one of these situations. But the grudging ceasefire built around mutual fear and respect makes this feel more like the Cold War than any real peace. Nice, yeah, it really feels like the Cold War. I can't take all the credit though. Lilly's leaving has surely affected Shizune to some extent, to make her give up so easily. Yeah. Moments before getting back to my work, I noticed Lilly reaching up to grab something from above a falling cabinet. I almost offered to help, but her height gives her ample ability to take it down safely. Once she sets the strangely shaped device on the desk beside me, I realized just what it is. Sort of, as she takes the old green covering off and sits down. Oh, another item. Oh, this one. Another old school item. It's kind of funny. How come this school has like quite a number of antiques? This is another one of them. A typewriter. At first glance, it seems to be an old metallic blue typewriter, but it doesn't take long to realize it's far from ordinary. Yeah, it's the special typewriter for the blind, right? Yeah. Not sure how it works though. It has far fewer keys than expected, and those it has show no lettering printed on them. Only the shadows cast by the tiny braille dots on them give a hint to the thing's purpose. Blind typewriter? Oh, this? Well, you're not far off. It's normally called a Perkins Brailler, but it's basically a typewriter for the blind, yes? It presses braille into the page rather than text, which is why it has fewer keys. Ah, I learned something new called Perkins Brailler. That's really neat. She gives a light-hearted grin and my curiosity over it. I have to admit that it appeals to my sense of novelty. Without further ado, we each get back to our allotted tasks. The loud clunking of the mechanics in Lilly's brailler and the tapping of the laptop's old and weary keyboard quickly fill the room. It's a nice atmosphere, really. Everyone knows what they have to do, and Lilly and I get to sit beside each other and exchange the odd word as we work away. Nostalgic. That's what it feels like. Yeah. It's pleasant, but just slightly stained with the knowledge that our time together is nearing its end. Yeah, kind of bittersweet. I still hope she doesn't leave though, but I don't know. I don't know what's gonna happen. Excuse me, Misha. To properly address her, Misha bounces over from the following cabinet she's peering into, in spite of Lily's lack of sight. For a moment I think it's strange, but then realize it's exactly what I do. What's up? Could you ask recently where the attendance records for class 3 are? I think they've been moved. Okie dokie. And with that she flitters off to Shizune, who's working at the table behind us. Lily's familiarity with the council room and the efficiency with which she works remind me that she, Misha, and Shizune used to all work together in the student council. Maybe this is a fitting end for her stay in Yamaku, working away just like she used to, surrounded by those she loves and at least liked. I look up, getting taken off guard by Shizune sorting through a drawer rather than Misha. Sure enough, she plucks out a manila folder, entirely blank save for just the barely visible bumps on its front, and holds it in front of Lily. Lily's hand flicks it over it to check what it is, her fingers filling out the dots of braille and confirming it's what she asked for. Thank you, Misha. Well, it's not Misha though. No reply. No reply, that is, save for an odd grin. No. Smile on Shizune's face. Oh, well, this is a very nice sight of Shizune and Lily being together. See, even though both of them quarrel, and all that, but when Lily's about to leave, you can't help but feel sad, Yeah, so yeah, I'm glad that they kind of make up here, and it's very cute sight right here, for Shizune to be helping Lily, even though Lily doesn't seem to realize that it's Shizune who's helping her. I don't know though. Maybe she'll find out. A couple of seconds pass before Lily clicks that it isn't Misha behind her, but Shizune. Okay, she notices. At least she is sharp, no? Her momentary look of surprise is replaced by a slightly bashful smile. For a few moments, the room is all but still and silent. Eventually, though, Shizune strides back to her workstation and Lily begins typing once again. It only lasted a handful of seconds in all, but it feels like years of communication were made up for in that one silent exchange. Yeah, it's just a few seconds, but that few seconds mean a lot to both of them. There, finished! I lean my head back and rub my eyes to try and work away their weariness. Staring at that small and rather poor screen has taken its toll. Excellent timing. The only thing left is to file this away, and I have my workload finished as well. Good. I can pack up the brailler and put it away while we do that. Thank you, Hisao. Misha, are you and Shizune far from being done? I look around for the two as I replace the cover over the brailler, only to see them waiting at the door. I guess they must be waiting for us. With a minimum of wasted time, we file and pack up everything that remains and join them. Thanks for waiting, you two.
We couldn't just take off without you, Hichan. You've been a great help.
Shizune nods approvingly, pleased with my efforts. I guess that's the last class representative work done and over with then. That's right.
I'll miss you, Lilly. I think it was fun working with you.
Thank you, Misha. It's been good working with you. And Shizune? Shizune thinks for a moment before formulating her response. It's not that she often communicates without thinking, quite the opposite, but this time it's even more considered than usual. Okay, what you call that? Arrogance. Misha looks a little surprised before passing on the message.
Shizune says, you better do your work over there better than you did it here.
Far from taking offense, Lilly giggles into her hand. If that's the case, then please tell Shizune to give those still here a little more understanding in the future. Competitive until the last. Maybe Shizune and Lilly aren't so different after all. Well, they may be different in nature, but they do share one thing in common. I mean, we have heard of such things as different personalities. Don't necessarily clash, right? Yeah, you can gel together perfectly. You know, that's how strange relationships work sometimes.
Shi-chan says that she'll be checking to make sure you live up to your end of the promise.
Then that's how it will be. I better be off then. Goodbye, Shizune. Goodbye, Misha. Oh no. And goodbye. No. Hisao? Oh. Lilly takes a hold of my arm in hers, there being no need for a cane if I'm here to guide her. With a nod of farewell to the two, we set off out the door and make our way to the school grounds. Are we going with Lilly to the airport? As I turn to wave goodbye to them, I notice Shizune's gaze lingering on Lilly. They may annoy each other, but family bonds aren't easily broken, yeah. Got all your papers sorted then? Yes, they have been filed out and handled it. On top of things as always, aren't you? She gives an earnest smile at the compliment, but it feels as if her happiness is just a veneer over the fact that she's fully aware of how much she's leaving behind. And the music stopped. Oh no. No. It reminds me of how she was like when I first met her. Always smiling, always that little bit aloof, always that little distance away from everybody. Even now, she still maintains that air around many others, especially those she's not close to. I had hoped that our time together would have changed that fact. Our pace slows, the two of us coming to a halt in the all but empty school gardens. Hisao, is something the... Lilly's words are cut short and I turn and wrap my arms around her, pulling her tight. Oh, yes, please don't go, Lilly. Please don't go. I may not usually be given to such impulsive actions, but I just want to be close to her, even if it's the last time I'll be able to. Well, you can always fly to Scotland when you have the money, you know. Still, no, it can't end like this. All the other students have retreated to their dormitories and homes, only the ruffling of leaves in the breeze making any sound whatsoever. Oh no. Oh, this is the image. Now we have the same pose, you know, Lilly touching Hisao's face, except this time she's sad. Oh no. No, this is sad. Seriously sad, no. As I draw back, I can see she has dropped her carefully maintained smile. Her hand hesitates, wanting neither to leave nor to stay on my features. She's putting up a brave show, but her slight trembling gives her away. Lily may be able to control herself well, but even she can't hold her composure together now. This is the woman I've come to love, but also the one who in all too short a time will leave the country forever. I'm sorry, Hisao. It's okay. You have got your own life to lead after all. We walk up the hallway in the girls' dormitory hand in hand. Our emotions were now largely quelled. Nevertheless, our hands grip each other's much more tightly than before. Faint, muffled voices can be heard from Lily's room, the origins of which aren't difficult to guess. Oh, there's Hanako, you know. The moment she opens the door, Hanako bursts through and wraps her arms around Lily, taking her very obviously by surprise.
Lily. Hanako. I'm going to miss you. Lily.
Oh, as expected, she's on the verge of tears. Me too. Lily gently rubs Hanako's hair with her hand in response, then pulls back and gives a warm, reassuring smile. And there's Akira. Looking beyond Akira, or rather Hanako, Akira can be seen getting up from the side of Lily's bed and scratching her head. Her eyes turn from Lily and Hanako to me, a stilted weak smile hanging on her face. I try to return a more genuinely happy look, but the result is probably just the same.
So, everything set? Managed to go back from killing Shizney?
Akira. The comment draws an amused giggle from her sister.
Yes, I have everything in order. And yes, I managed not to. Have you packed everything you need? Got the 2 bags right here, but there's still some stuff left at the Hakamichi's home. I can pick that up while we wait there for tomorrow evening's flight though.
Okay, there's still one more day tomorrow evening. Akira gives the 2 large black travelling bags on the floor a hearty pat. She probably came to help pack and make sure everything was in order on Lily's end, before going together with her.
Lily, will you be okay over there? I'll be alright, I assure you. I have Akira looking after me as well, and you know that she's reliable. But don't worry, Hanako. I have your phone number after all, so we can stay in touch. With Akira's help, I could send you things over the internet as well.
Hey, don't use me just because you will learn how to use a computer? Hanako and Lily both giggle briefly, the mood lightening ever so little.
That goes for you too though, Hisao. I promise I'll contact you once I'm in Scotland.
I know. I'll be looking forward to it. I mean, nowadays, technology is advanced, right? So there's things like Skype and all that thing, you know? So, but, well, Lily's not the type to use computers, so must really teach her to use a computer. Her offer may be kind, but we both know that this is tantamount to breaking up. Neither of us has any illusions as to how well we manage a long-distance relationship. With nary a word of prompting, the 4 of us begin the long, solemn walk to the school gate. Is this really it? I hope this is seriously not the good end, you know. This had better not be the good end. I hope maybe there's a twist, you know, coming in the end. Really, I hope so. The numerous lamps scattered around the Yamaku grounds fail to do much more than to provide pinpoints of light in an otherwise dense darkness. A car parked on the road just outside the school grounds comes into view, its shining black exterior reflecting the dimly lit lamps of Yamaku. I call to Akira in an effort to elevate a bit the heavy atmosphere. That your car? What kind is it?
Don't know much about cars, do you? It's a Lancer Evo. Solid and speedy.
Oh, Lancer Evo. Well, it's not as if her comment on my knowledge is off the mark. I've never really taken an interest in them. She gives a small sigh.
She's been good.
Pity I have to part with it tomorrow, just like the summer house. You guys were the last to visit it before it changed hands. Oh, it changed hands? Turning back from my rather faulty attempt at small talk, I glanced at Hanako and Lilly, following behind us. By rights, Hanako should be leading Lilly, but it's rather definitely the other way around as she clings tightly to Lily's arm. It's a depressing sight, yeah. So, I guess this is it. Indeed. I think, okay, that means they're flying off tonight, but arriving tomorrow evening or something like that. Although the time for everyone to say their farewells is now, nobody really wants to take the first step. It's as if the longer nobody speaks, the better the chances of them simply not leaving. Yes, don't speak. Stay silent. Let time freeze there, right there. Okay, freeze. We don't move.
Lilly, do you really have to go?
I'm sorry, Hanako. I won't be leaving you forever though. I can still call you. Hisao will still be here as well. But it won't be the same. I nod. But Hanako just clutches all the tighter to Lily's arm. After spending so long without anyone to call family, it must be excruciating to have to say goodbye to the one person that was as close to a mother as anyone could have been in her life. Lilly lets out a long, sad breath. All Akira and I can really do is stand by quietly on the sidelines, since the only person that can solve this would be Lilly herself. Yeah. Eventually, Lilly pulls her arm from Hanako's grip and holds both of her shoulders gently. A much more decisive way of address that I've ever seen Lilly take with her. Hanako, remember when we first met? When you entered my room for the first time after overhearing my consoling of a friend, you didn't say a single word for the entire night. Even as I poured you tea and talked, you sat silently and simply listened to what I said. It took many quiet meetings like that before you began to open up to me. And as you began to, I felt some of the happiest moments I've ever felt. All those final words, no. Damn it. I didn't become your fan because I pitied you, Hanako. I became your fan because I knew you were hiding not just from me, but from everyone. Your ambitions, personality, interests, tastes, I didn't know any of them, and neither did anyone else. As you showed yourself to me though, I began to realize the person that you were, and became sure that our meeting was a very special moment. But Lilly cuts her words short, as she brings her hand to Hanako's head and brushes her bangs to the side, gently pressing her lips to Hanako's forehead. Aww. As she pulls her head back, leaving Hanako all but speechless and her eyes moist, Lilly beams a wide smile. I believe you are a very beautiful person, Hanako, and I am certain that you will become a strong and confident woman, I mean. You are a very dear friend, and someone whom I love very much. Just like Hisao, I will never forget you for as long as I live. I may be leaving, but you have your own life here to lead. Just as I do, you have your own friends and hobbies, and your own hopes after graduation. I want you to devote yourself to them, even after I'm not around anymore. That is why I think you will be okay, because you are your own self, with your own life. You yourself proved that to me. Hanako lowers her head in embarrassment, but nods as she does so. I understand. I know I have to say goodbye. I know you have to go your own way. Why must it be so tragic, man? Like, no, like seriously. I can't take this.
But thank you, Lilly, for everything.
Thank you, Hanako. Will you be okay? There are a few seconds of silence before the answer comes.
I will.
Lilly smiles, undoubtedly at least partly in relief.
That makes me very happy then. Goodbye.
Oh no.
Goodbye, Lilly.
So you talk so much to Hisao, but not to me? I mean, you talk so much to Hanako, but not to me? Why you just say farewell? Don't you have any more to say to me? And farewell to you as well, Lisa. Goodbye. I'll miss you. Please, why don't you talk to me more? You talk so much to Hanako but not to me. She pauses for a moment before walking up to me. Her right hand, outstretched in front of her, takes a hold of my shoulder. Her left hand slowly and daintily reaches towards my face, taking my cheek in her palm. For a while, she simply holds up my face, her fingers just slightly moving to take in its contours. Usually her hand will be warm when doing such a thing, but the night has given her skin a cool edge. I'm not sure how long we stay like this. Her clouded eyes pointed just below my own as she wears a wistful, almost distant smile. Eventually though, I take her whole hand in mine. It's difficult to do so, but with a slight sigh, I gently remove her hand from my cheek. I hope you have a long and happy life, Lily, no matter where you might go. Thank you. I'll miss you too. She takes a long, trembling breath before turning slightly towards Akira's direction. Akira. Okay. With a nod, she takes Lily's hand and begins to guide her to the car parked outside the gates. They both walk slowly and deliberately, as if their movements had been rehearsed in advance. It's strange to feel like this now, watching somebody leave Yamaku. The feeling of unease I have now reminds me of the first time I walked through those black rubbed iron gates that always looked far too pompous for what they were. As they leave, all of us know full well that our lives are irreversibly changing. I had always told myself that I just have to take life as it comes, but everything's changing so fast, so suddenly. In the end, Lily's an irreplaceable part of the lives of both Hanako and me. The noise of Akira opening the passenger door for Lily brings me out of my thoughts, her hand waving back as Lily gets in. See you guys! Take care of yourselves! Goodbye, Hanako. Goodbye, Hisao. No! Hanako's hand quickly shoots up, her face brightened by her enthusiastic farewell. Goodbye, Lily. Goodbye. See you, Akira. And goodbye, Lily. May we meet again? Please. I need to marry you. Marry me. Will you marry me? The door shuts as we all put on our best happy farewell faces. Akira getting in the car herself and starting it up in short measure. Lily's hand can just be seen waving through the tinted windows, both of our hands waving high as well. Just as every other time I've done such things, I can't quite work out precisely why I, or Hanako, waved to her given that she'll never see us doing so. But it doesn't matter. Well, she can always imagine. Even after that black shiny car goes down the hill and disappears into the dark night, we carry on waving and seeing Akira and Lily off. And then, they're gone. We look at each other. A strange stillness takes over as our hands return to our sides. I don't quite know what I should do or how I should feel. In the end, we just stand there silently staring down at where the car disappears from sight. Goodbye, Lily. If you want to cry, cry now. Oh no. All I can do is in response to a quiet mournful goodbyes to place a hand on her shoulder. She looks at me for a few moments before looking back down the hill, secure in the knowledge that I'm still around for her. What we'll do from now doesn't seem all that uncertain. We all have our own ambitions now, just as Lily said. But even so, it feels like there's a certain missing part in both of our lives now. Something that can never be replaced. Is this the end? Is this? Nope! There's still more. Maybe she'll come back in the next episode. So, alright. Let's hope, let's hope.